Only TPAs get a password for this section. It's private, between me and you. It reviews our value to you and your clients, pricing, and takes about 8 minutes. Retirement plan fiduciaries must evaluate their service providers' 408(b)(2) disclosure statements. Fiduciaries don't have the time to do these evaluations, and they don't have the expertise. Fiduciaries risk getting caught if they ignore the task. Since 2013, plan auditors must ask fiduciaries about their evaluation process. Getting caught risks triggering a prohibited transaction violation, severe, as you know. And this insight is also very important. The issues that must be evaluated are the very same issues by which participants have successfully sued fiduciaries. The evaluation documents not only fulfill the regulations, but also serve as a shield against litigation. This is unique, first time ever. We provide the fastest, easiest, most reliable, and least expensive way to perform these evaluations. How it works. You or your client enter data, one-time entries and annual entries. Most of it is point and click. It takes 20 to 30 minutes the first year and about 10 minutes in subsequent years. It cannot be done faster. The website determines if the plan is covered, if a service provider is covered, if a disclosure is complete. Documentation generated includes required letters, worksheets, and minutes downloaded to you and your client. Next, we move from factual determinations to judgment call evaluations of 2 topics: reasonableness of fees and conflicts of interest. We avoid any proprietary, black box, hocus-pocus, baloney formula. All is transparent. Take fees, for example. We take the disclosed fee, subtract it from an industry average fee where available. Divide that difference by the number of participants to arrive at an average annual per participant cost differential, if any. That annual difference is compounded into the future to estimate the effect on the participant's future monthly retirement income. We then ask for a judgment call. Is the future participant cost so high as to make today's fees unreasonable? The fiduciary selects language supporting the fees, or language saying the fees should be looked into, or new language the fiduciary can write. After all, it's the fiduciary's document, not ours, not yours. How do we handle the tricky issue of conflicts of interest evaluations? A couple of ways, but here is one. The regulations require consideration of related party compensation, such as money paid to TPAs from investment providers. We ask this: if those fees were not paid to the TPA, would the plan's costs go down? The answer is usually no. In fact, plan costs might go up as the TPA sought to replace that lost income. For the first time, this issue is documented. The fiduciary decides. All are protected. I'm not claiming perfection. Not my job. But the fiduciary doesn't have a clue of what to do or how. You can't charge enough for your time to assist him. And if you did, it would sure look like a conflict of interest. We're independent and provide reasonable solutions, exactly what's required. The cost? A flat fee of just $25 for each plan sponsor review. No matter how many covered plans a plan sponsor has, no matter how many covered service providers it has, no matter how many times you come back to re-edit the document. There is a one-time sign-up fee of $1,000 and a minimum purchase of rights to 40 plan sponsor reviews. That's a total of $2,000. There is no annual fee beyond that. There is no time limit on how fast you use up your 40 reviews. Come back and buy more when you need them. I know the fee is so low, it sounds too low. But the real cost in the evaluations is time. So we priced our website access to allow you plenty of room to profitably charge for your data entry time. You can provide your client a link to our site and let the client do the data entry. You can bill the client for access to the site or not. Or you can do the data entry yourself and bill the client for your time or not. At a $100 fee, a TPA generates $75 per review, about $200 to $400 per hour. For the client who will blow his stack over the thought of paying more fees, tell them you already paid the fee. It's free. Go to our site and fill it out themselves. For the client who will threaten to shut the plan down, may I suggest that instead of irritating all your employees, why don't you block their only ways to sue you by simply doing what is now required? TPA benefits. The TPA can make some hourly money, but that's not a lot. I am certain from experience that provision of this service will be the determining factor in landing new business. That could be something. But the big part of the value iceberg is the part you don't see. Immeasurable and very large. The sales calls your clients will reject because you have already answered the liability issue for them. You have already answered the evaluation problem for them. The business you retain because you acted proactively. Don't forget, the evaluations are mandatory. Prohibited transaction violations could affect you. Don't forget, the easiest way for competitors to get 401k appointments with your clients is to drop the liability word. If you address liability with the evaluations, you shut this door. Don't forget, since 2013, retirement plan auditors must ask about the evaluations. They want an answer, and you're going to have it. Even if you don't use the data entry, you will want your plan sponsor clients to know about this website. FiduciarySafeHarbor.com does not sell investments, advice, insurance, or any other retirement plan product. We have no conflicts of interest. We simply offer a value proposition to solve a mandatory task the fastest, easiest, cheapest, and most reliable way. Please tour the site. To sign up, click on the appropriate box. Thank you very much for this time together. I look forward to being of service to you for years to come.